Good morning. It is Sunday, March 2nd. It's almost 11, but I've just been studying. I have my mental health final on Monday, and then my med-surg 2's final is on Tuesday. So I'm trying to just study as much as I can today. After my mental health final tomorrow, I definitely need to focus a lot on my med-surg material since there's a lot more to cover. But I struggle with the mental health class more because there's a lot of meds that we have to memorize, and that's never been my strong suit. So that's what I've been spending most of my time on, because I feel like I understand most of like the personality disorders, bipolar, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, all those I understand. It's just the meds I can never keep straight. But med-surg, I enjoy studying more, but there is a lot more to cover, and that can be easily confused. So, wish me luck on that. And then after my 2 finals, I go straight into peds. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I have ped stuff, and then Friday is my first 12-hour clinical, and that'll be on a peds unit. So I'm kind of excited but kind of nervous because I've not had one that long. And then after that is our spring break, thankfully. I took Logan to work this morning at like 5 something since he had to be an hour away, like super early this morning, I guess, or some sort of job. I don't really know. But now I'm back home. I did go back to bed for about 30 minutes, but I need to study until like 9-ish. I don't even know what time it is now, for my mental health final. And then I need to leave here at like 9:30 because my exam's at 10:30, and that way I have enough time to get there because traffic is always horrible. And then take the test and hope for the best, and then come home and then start studying for my med-surg final, and we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of nervous for the med-surg final, I'm not gonna lie. This mental health one, I think I'll be okay as long as I study some more this morning over different behavioral disorders, which I understand them. I just want to make sure I have them straight. I just got home from taking my mental health final. I think it went pretty well, actually. It was only 75 questions, and a lot of it was over eating disorders and the personality disorders, which I'm glad I went over those a lot. So I think I did pretty well. There wasn't a whole lot of medication questions like I was expecting, which is good because those are my weakest point. So now I'm gonna make some lunch since it's almost noon and I didn't eat breakfast, and then I need to start studying away on med-surg 2 since I have that final at 8 o'clock in the morning. She just put in our final grades for mental health, and I got an A, which I'm super proud of, because the very first exam I took in there, which there's only 2 except for the final, and that's basically all the points you get, I got a B on it. And like with that, the point system works, I was really not sure if I would be able to keep my A in the class unless I did really well in the final. I took my med-surg 2 final this morning, and it was absolutely the worst test I've probably taken, so I'm kind of scared once the grade goes in. But I've been home for about an hour, and I need to clean. I've already done the dishes. I need to finish doing my laundry and just cleaning my entire house, honestly, because that is like something that I just put on the back burner when I have tests. So it's very messy. It's not necessarily dirty, but it's very messy, and it drives me insane. So I'm gonna start doing that, and then I think I just got a package. I ordered a clipboard for clinicals because I've been just using a folder, and that's very annoying when you have to like write stuff down, especially during a report. So I got like a clipboard that opens, and I think it got delivered, hopefully, because I have clinical tomorrow and Friday. So jumping straight into peds. I'm always scared this kind of thing is gonna come broken. A lot of the reviews said that theirs came broken on almost every different type of clipboard I looked at because they're just a cheap plastic, but when it comes to like being at clinical, they're super helpful to like be able to put your papers in, and you can use it for like your writing report. It actually has hard surface versus the folder that I was using. And then this is also nice to keep that together because I am the one that always loses my pen on the unit. Partially due because everyone steals pens from each other if you're not watching where they're at. So super cute. She did just post my final grades for my med-surg 2 final. So I did way better than I thought I did because I was convinced that I failed the final, which I also convinced myself of that every time I take a test, but this one especially. But I ended up getting a 93. It was like the hardest test ever, but so now I don't have to worry about retaking any classes so far, and we're continuing the straight A train. We'll see how long this lasts. Honestly, at this point, it's like an Olympic sport to keep an A in nursing school, but so far, so good. I need to finish cleaning and work out and then take a shower and then get all my crap together for peds that starts tomorrow. And we have to go to a completely different location that's not on, anyway, we're in a storage. But we have to go to a completely different building for a class that's not like on our campus, so I need to go over there today at some point so I know where I'm going. And I have a parking pass and everything for that, and I have to have a whole different badge to get in. And then there's a lot of videos we're supposed to watch and like take quizzes over them. And then I need to make sure I practice all my math, because if you're in nursing school, you know that you have to take a math exam for every class that you go into if you're giving meds. And if you don't pass that exam, you don't pass the class essentially, because then you can't pass meds. In clinical, it's basically just saying that you're competent and like safe when it comes to giving meds, especially with peds because their bodies are so different than adult bodies. So I'm sure these exams are going to be a lot more challenging in that aspect, because kids are not miniature adults when it comes to health. So we shall see. I'm excited. I do love working with kids. It's the family that it's a little iffy, but I think it'll be so fun. My first technical, like 12-hour peds clinical yesterday, and it went a lot better than I thought it was going to. We haven't had a clinical that long, which I'm kind of surprised, since eventually all of our clinicals will only be 12s, just to prepare us for what it's going to be like to actually work as a nurse doing 312s typically, unless you work in like an office setting or outpatient type thing. A lot of sick kids with RSV, so don't be kissing other people's babies or touching them. But it was super fun. I learned a lot, and it was also super challenging because of just some of the things you have to do since they're little kids and don't understand everything. I'm definitely ready for spring break now though. Hopefully I could study up a little bit, just get a little ahead on some assignments. That way when we come back, I don't feel super rushed or just like I feel like I'm constantly behind. I feel like that's a constant state. When you're in nursing school, you always feel like you're behind or that you should be doing something, and when really you probably just need a break. So hopefully this helps just get me a little bit ahead. That way I don't feel so like behind when we come back